Good afternoon. I would just like to start by thanking all of you for having me and Emily for letting me know about this opportunity. And she asked me to speak about ConnectCon and my experience and leadership to me. So before going to ConnectCon, I had never been on a trip without a peer, a parent, or anything like that from my community that I already knew. So I was extremely nervous, a lot like this moment right now. But from stepping onto that bus and through my experience, I learned some valuable lessons with leadership, including the importance of taking some positive risks. I think one component of leadership is that, the ability or willingness to take risks, no matter how nervous you might be, to step outside your comfort zone and stretch yourself, because when you do this, you are able to grow and help those around you grow. So, for example, I shared with lots of people how much I enjoyed this trip and that encouraged them to attend as well, which never would have happened if I didn't take the risk to step on that bus. There are so many qualities that make up a leader. Willingness to lead by example, never asking others to do things you're unwilling to do, being a good, unjudgmental listener, sacrificing for others, and so many more. And I feel that these sponsored trips help students find themselves and learn those lessons through and develop the skills through the activities that we participate in. Which, I don't know about you guys, but I think is really important. I had a really great time. I met lots of great people, made friends, like Chad right here. We were on the same bus, and he was the first person to welcome me on when I was super nervous. We learned about electrical safety, the energy industry, types of energy being used in our state, and the 7 cooperative principles, which I didn't know were a thing before this trip. So I was able to learn lots of things about my local cooperative as well, which I never would have learned without. And so I would like to thank all of you once again in my local cooperative, Grand Electric and Bison. And I encourage to continue this program because it helps students like me learn new skills. So that's all I have.
Hello everyone. My name is Chad Kolden and I go to Clark. And like Mary, I had an extremely amazing time during this trip. And like Mary, I have also met a lot of wonderful, great friends that I still keep in touch with today. And like Mary, I was also a little bit nervous. I didn't know what I was going to expect going into this trip. But after a couple minutes, I really got used to it. And by the end of it, I had a hard time leaving. And so it was just a great experience, and with some really close friends that I had. And that's one of the very first things about being a leader is that right there. And just as the trip name says, you need to connect with others if you want to be a great leader. Connect with others and build those relationships where you can lead others by sort of being in their footsteps and sort of just connecting with them and knowing who they are and developing a relationship, because that's the first step to being a great leader. And so I've learned a lot of things about being a great leader, both on this trip and also I have been involved in other school organizations that have helped me to become a great leader, or I hope to be a great leader. And so some of the best qualities that I've learned and that I have developed through my 4 years of high school is that if you want to lead, you need to be an inspiration. And that's something that I think I've learned almost right away before I even wanted to be a leader, is that you need to be a good inspiration. Because why? Because the leaders actually, other leaders inspired me to be a good leader. And so that's something that you really need to grasp is your ability to inspire others to make the right decisions. And another thing that I've learned, and probably one of the most important lessons that I've learned in being a leader, is that, well, first off, I believe every single person sitting in this room is a leader. Whether you're a great leader or not, it's only determined by the decisions that you make. And that's something that is really the basis of what being a good leader is all about. It's all about the decisions that you make and whether they are for the good or for the bad. And so, and everything that we do, it even doesn't have to be something big, but everything that you do inspires others to do the same thing. Because that's really what being a leader is all about. And that's what this trip has definitely taught me, is that this trip really has given me an eye-opener to what decisions I need to make and how to be a good leader, and given me those opportunities to really think about how I can inspire others to do the good thing. Because really, in the end, leading isn't all about position. Of course, you can have a high position, like a president of an organization, and you can still be a great leader. But you don't have to have that in order to obtain a leadership position. Really, it's all about like I said, how you encourage others to be an inspiration to the world, to make an impact on this world. And so I'm so thankful that I was able to partake in this ConnectCon youth trip, because that really has helped me to take a step into my hopefully future leading expectations and me being a future leader. It's really helped me to really go out there and really lead for the good. And that's really how this world is going to change, and for the better. It's through great leaders, and I believe every single person, including myself and including Mary, has absolutely the ability to do that. And I just want to thank Emily and Jocelyn for everything that they've done for us during that trip. And most of all, I just want to thank them for the qualities that they've taught us. Absolutely. Just want to thank them for really helping me to be a better person. And so I thank them for that. And so thank you.